At every time we try to get started, and Sarah just got back from being detained in North Korea. But are we on? Are we live? All right, here we go.
We're going to cut that.
Yeah, no, well, she might. There's some great pre-show conversation. The best was the Miami Vice cocaine trafficking of Miami during the early '80s. There were some great stories that came out of that, but that just disappeared.
Put it sent over.
Yeah, right? So who knows where this one's going to go today? I'm excited. It is episode 19. What is that? Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis, siete, ocho. Diez nueve. There's the Spanish.
Just barely beat me to it.
Boom. Diez nueve. Next week, 20. And then all bets are off. So, like I always say, we are here live, or tape delayed, live to you, live to us.
We're live now.
Not to them, not to you. The world may not be here by the time this actually goes out. With all the smoke from the Canadian wildfires. Look at Sydney. Even Sydney's like,
can't
what
they
was
keep
that?
Stuff up there.
Canadians. What are you going to do? If you're Canadian, I don't apologize. Keep your smoke.
The best thing to come out of there.
Right? So, Star Hill Lounge, Dairy Market, downtown. Always thankful and grateful to Station C for the guys that are cutting the checks because Sydney's not going to do this out of the goodness of her heart. She doesn't really like us, but she does come for that. So, we're appreciative of that. Sydney's like, again, another Wednesday? Seriously. What are we doing? This is for the tens and tens of people watching. So,
we're doing this for you guys.
That's right. So, episode 19. I guess we'll do 20. Like I said, they're still paying the checks and cutting the checks and paying Sid. So we'll be here, and Star Hill doesn't mind us destroying this room every week. So we always kind of put it back. But this week we are once again, my co-host, I think we mentioned earlier, just got out of a North Korean prison, which was scary. A lot of things happened up there, but somehow they had a team of professional mercenaries that got her out. It was touch and go, but she is back on American soil now. She's being debriefed today, but we should have her back for next week. But hashtag,
I'm really out of the loop on
hashtag blessed that Mess made it out of North Korea with. I think she's got 76 dogs that she's adding to the collection now, so they're going to be up to 315 animals inside their Chipotle house. So it's exciting for her. It's a little bit scary for the rest of us.
A lot going on.
That's where we are right now. That's where we are in the world today. You can cut up on world events. Sarah Mess not here. However, we are joined by Station C member. You're a member of the Founders Group on Thursdays. Mr. Andrew Campbell. Goes by Andrew, not Andy.
Been called worse things, but
yeah, right. Well, before you got here, we were calling you worse things.
Right. Just before we went live.
When you're 4 minutes late, this is what happens. Apex Roofing. You've been a member now for a while. You work a lot with Pillar and Perch, but tell us who you are, what you do, and why you do it.
Like you said, Andrew Campbell. We do roofing and gutters. Currently about to get into solar, but initially started Apex. Wanted to move back to the home area and offer just good services in an industry where it's hard to find sometimes. With just an emphasis on trying to take care of people and do things the right way.
You said move back to the home area. You're from here originally?
Yep, I went to school out in Fluvanna. I'm a Fluco through and through. Left about as fast as I could. Didn't think I'd ever come back, and here I am.
Where'd you go when you left?
Joined the Marines.
There you go.
High school, 17 years old. Moved out to California. Did a ton of surfing, a little bit of training.
Yeah.
And then got to go around the world. Went to, I think, 9 different countries, from California to Africa and back. That was a really cool experience. And then North Carolina for college, and then Northern Virginia for work.
What was your favorite place you went in the world?
Saipan was really cool.
Really?
It's actually a U.S. island just north of Guam.
Yeah.
This is just kind of this. Everything's clean, but you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
We were lighting off these massive fireworks out on the beach. Like after we came in from snorkeling, it's a beautiful reef. It's just.
So I'm hearing snorkeling, surfing. So were you like a secret division of the Marines? Were you a special agent?
No, I just took a lot of time off.
I gotcha.
All the time off I could take.
Nice. So 9 different duty stations all over the world, Marine Corps. Then you went to school in North Carolina. Tell me what you
Campbell
did.
University for golf management. Realized that those guys work really hard.
Right?
So I decided to just do business. But golf is the passion now. Obviously, we've played a couple rounds.
We played a couple times.
Yeah.
A couple times. So golf. So we're going to go completely off subject now because
Golf. Yes.
here we go.
I've been waiting for this.
What is your take on the Live Golf PGA? Now, listen, I apologize if you're not into golf.
Some background.
Yeah, if you're not into
context.
golf, you know what? Tune out for about 5, 10, no more than an hour and a half.
Just skip forward.
We're going to discuss this real quick because I got to get your opinion. Live PGA merger.
So, just for some context, the Saudis backed the Live Tour. 2 handfuls of PGA players left for this insane amount of money and for working
Crazy
less.
money.
Crazy money. 8 and 9 figure offers.
Yeah.
They created this new league that a lot of the traditional golfers basically boycotted and said, this is dirty money, don't take it. The PGA Tour, which is the pinnacle of golf, essentially said, stay loyal to us. We'll fix some things that you guys are complaining about. We'll finally make some changes after 150 years and just stay loyal to us and we'll take care of you. And then 2 nights ago, the Live Tour and the PGA Tour got together and basically said, let's merge, let's get together. And the PGA Tour said, sure.
Let's do that.
Give us some of that bukus of money and yeah, that's fine.
1 year after the Live Tour started, 365 days of saying how horrible this golf tour was.
How it's ruining the game.
It's ruining the game. It's dirty money. It's, it's just destroying everything. And they're like, oh, you have $680 billion in your fund? Yeah, we'll take some of that.
Yeah.
Can we have $2 billion? Yeah, they're great. Come on,
we can work
guys. We're
something
going to
out.
merge. It's for the good of the game.
Yeah.
How does that dude keep his job?
I don't think he does.
He can't.
I don't think he does. And I think the worst part about it is Rory McIlroy is like on one of the boards for the PGA Tour.
Yeah.
He found out on a tweet.
Yeah. They didn't tell anybody anything.
Yeah.
It's
I'd
insane.
be so pissed.
I would be mad if I'm Tiger Woods and I turned down $700 million,
Yeah.
or Rory who turned down $400 million, and all that would have happened is you'd be flush with cash, and next year you'd be right back on the tour.
Yep. So for people like Brooks Koepka, who I think was in a bad spot when he got made the offer, he was. If you haven't watched Full Swing, he was in a bad spot mentally. He had injuries. His golf career was looking very bad. So he took the cash. He made it clear before this all happened that he kind of wanted to come back. Right. And now he gets to, but he gets to keep the $500 million.
He gets to keep the money. Plus, he just won the PGA.
Yeah.
So I know it's a horrible. People hate
crazy.
him, but he's my favorite golfer.
He was mine when I was winning bets on him.
Yeah, right? Yeah, but he's back. He's back. All right, that's Golf Talk. Thanks for joining us today, Andrew Campbell.
It's been fun.
We'll be back next week with more Golf Talk. So back to Apex Roofing. So Campbell University Golf, how did you go from thinking about being a golf dude to being a guy that's putting shingles on a roof?
I'll tell you the short answer is I didn't think about it clearly. No, when I went to Northern Virginia afterwards.
There it is. Here's behind the scenes. There's.
Come on and say a few things. When I went to work in Northern Virginia, I just had a business degree. I knew I wanted to do sales because some people told me that's where the money was. And I got into roofing sales. I had done some roofing in high school beforehand, so I knew a little bit about it. I'd always been in construction, so I had an interest in that. But just landed in a family-owned roofing business doing sales, a large business, but still just family-owned. They do the things the right way, kind of the same morals and principles that we work with. So just got into it that way and said, man, this is all you gotta do is sell some jobs and then, hire some people to do the work. I think we can do that in Charlottesville. So came down here and started Apex. That was about 5 years ago.
So, and you guys, full disclosure, I'm with ABC Supply. I think everybody knows that. I'm the outside sales guy, and you're one of my customers. But I think you're also one of the better companies in the area. But so you had never really actually put shingles on a roof before you started doing this. You were just
In high school, I did.
Okay.
That was like my summer job.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
I've done it. I've carried some bundles of shingles up
There
the
you go.
ladder
You paid your
during the
dues.
summer. Yeah.
You paid your dues.
Yeah. Not what I could be doing all the time. Though.
Right.
Body
I mean,
just can't handle it.
It is I think it's one of the toughest jobs you can have is to be a roofer because, like you said, you're dealing with these big, heavy bundles, and you're in the summer.
Yeah.
You were probably one of the hottest places you could be, and there's
On an incline, so your ankles are killing you all day.
Right.
I was a Marine Corps infantry. Roofing is way harder than the Marines.
Yeah, right.
Don't tell my Marine buddies I said that.
I believe you, man. I know those dudes that do it, and it's a grind.
It is, especially during the summer. I mean, all year round, it is.
Yeah.
It is very intensive labor. I mean, it's hard and dirty work, but.
So 5 years now, you guys have been doing this.
Yep.
5 years, and I mean, where do you normally work? What's kind of your radius? How far out of Charlottesville, or is there another home base that you consider?
We just got our new shop in Charlottesville, so that's officially our home base. We'll go up to Waynesboro, Stewart Strap, that area, up to Greene, out to Lake Anna.
Yeah.
Really within 45 minutes of Charlottesville.
Okay. How many crews do you have going for you right now?
We've got, with our new sales rep over there and our 3 production guys, we now have 4 employees and then the 2 owners. But then we also have 3 crews that we use that we filter work through. And they do different things. We've got a gutter crew, our flat roof crew, and then 2 shingle crews.
What's the trickiest thing that you do? Like, is it gutters, metal, shingles?
Gutters pretty straightforward. Shingles are pretty straightforward. I'd say getting into custom making some of the standing seam accessories, and we're making panels in the shop now. So we're doing a lot of this stuff in house and actually making and customizing it for whatever situation we have.
Yeah.
But you run into the same thing kind of over and over and over again. So it's not rocket science.
So the metal stuff. That's just something you're learning on the fly, or you just over time. I mean,
it's something that instead of buying the drip edge and stuff like that, we've got the equipment to make it in house.
Okay,
so it's good for the guys to have some shop time where they're not out in the sun all day every day. They can get some time working in the AC shop, just making metal.
So for the Sydneys of the world, drip edge. What are you talking about?
Drip edge.
Do you know what it is?
Take notes, Sydney.
She knows.
That was another for you folks can't hear.
I've been with ABC 4 years. I don't really know what it is either.
That's crazy. Jordan, I don't really know either. We can go find somebody. Let me Google real quick.
I just know I need drip edge. All right.
Drip edge is the perimeter metal that goes on the edge of the roof. For metal roofing, it's really the anchor that you put on the edge of the roof, anchor it down, and then you bend the metal around the drip edge. So it's kind of like the anchor. Just gives it a clean look. When the rain's coming down, it kind of forces it away from the house and into the gutter where you want it to be.
Yeah.
Just all those little accessories that add up.
How many layers is there to a roof, like a system, a roofing system?
For shingles,
just
GF would say there's six layers of protection.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's really just the underlayments and then the shingles as the most part. We use different products everywhere.
Yeah.
I use some water shield at the harder spots where leaks are more prone. That's just a leak barrier that will melt around the nails to give it extra protection in case water gets behind the shingles or under the shingles. I'd say ventilation is a key point to any kind of roofing. A lot of the houses that we see around here have very, very poor insulation or ventilation.
Really?
It just causes problems in the home, just holding that moisture and the heat in the attic. There's a thing called sick house syndrome when the house just can't breathe well enough. A family of 4 will put off a gallon of moisture vapor out of there just from talking and breathing.
How much?
A gallon a day.
Wow.
A family of 4 puts out a gallon of moisture a day. So all these things just help getting all this stuff pumped out and not cause issues inside the house.
That's crazy.
It's a lot.
So for an average crew, how long does it take to put on a roof? Now I'm going to go cough real fast. Go ahead.
Average size roof, my guys can typically get done in a day.
Okay.
We actually just did a big preschool, Bright Beginnings. I think it's over off Stony Creek, over near where the Dix and all that is. That was 83 squares that we did in about a day and a half, 2 days.
That's moving.
Tear off and put back
So
on.
a square, for the folks that don't know, is roofer talk for 100 square feet.
Right.
So 83 squares is 8,300 square feet of roofing.
Of shingles to tear off, replace plywood, put all the underlayments, the drip edge, the starter strips.
A day and a half.
Day and a half.
Good for you, man. That's rolling.
They crushed it.
And you're doing a pretty big job right now for one of our main guys, Ben Robbins, and the Pillar and Perch
The
crew.
main guy, yeah.
The main guy, the big guy, as we call him, not Joe Biden. That's a political thing. I'm sorry.
We talking about that next?
No, we're not. We're staying very far away from that. Yeah, how about your religion? What's that? No. But that's a big roof.
Yes, and so for you folks out there that, if you're not going to go see the house, these guys do the houses right. GAF has different levels of shingles. They put Cam 2 shingles on there, Camelot 2 shingles. Those are their top shingles. They're beautiful. I mean, they're massive. They look great. They've got great definition in the color. They're going to last a long time. And then we're doing metal on some portions.
Shout out to Adam Lambruno from GAF, who
hooked us up big time.
Yeah, right.
Gave us a big price, big deal on the price, so we can make that roof work.
Yeah, because it's going to kind of be a show house thing there.
Yeah, and for a style of house like that with the view and everything, it really should have a shingle like that. So I'm really glad it worked out, and we could put that on there.
And for everyone that's wondering, or everyone probably should know by now, but it's next Wednesday, June 14th. The address is and all the time and everything is on LinkedIn. But come on out. We're doing a walkthrough, a presentation. I think we got 52 folks that are RSVP'd so far, and then after that, we're going to go out to Blue Mountain and drink some adult beverages and play some lawn games.
Oh, you're going down in some lawn games.
Yeah. Hey, brother, I'm pretty good at cornhole.
Until I lose, and then I'll take all this back.
Yeah. So that's going to be pretty big, and so I think we got a lot of folks that are coming out for that. As far as, so the Camelot 2 is the top of the shingle. What's the next? I mean, what's like the craziest roof you can do?
I would love to do a copper standing seam, just a whole house. Nothing but copper. It's a lot of copper. Copper, for you folks out there that don't know, is like the most expensive metal you can buy right now. Yeah, those and slate. We actually just did a job for another builder. We did a synthetic slate with copper valleys and all copper trim and accessories. And that looks just the dark colored slate with the bright copper looks really nice.
What was the synthetic slate? Do you remember the name?
No, John ordered that stuff. I can't remember which one he used.
Yeah, some of that stuff is pretty crazy. But the slate is just, you have to like reinforce the roof, right? If you do a slate.
To do an actual slate, yeah. If it's not framed in for that weight,
happen? Like an actual slate roof.
I don't think I've ever sold one.
Okay, all right. Well, there's your goal. There's your goal for 23 and 24.
I don't know if I want to. They seem like such a headache.
Now, do you guys do commercial roofs?
We do some. We're not getting into doing whole Walmarts because that's just a huge liability,
right.
And it's just financially a liability, and as far as having just getting all that work done.
One of those things that can just sink you.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're staying away from that stuff, but we've done some smaller commercial stuff. I think the Waffle House, we put a new roof on that. The former Waffle House.
Now the Tobacco Castle?
What I slightly remember as the Waffle House.
The classy Tobacco Castle. Have you seen that place? I mean,
how many of those do we need, though?
Well, we've got 84 right now in the county. I think there's plans for another 116. But that place is just, and there's a Carytown place
100 yards away.
Right, and they're both busy.
Yeah.
And the Tobacco Castle has to be, and you know what? I don't think we're courting them as a member. That's a horrible spot. It just looks so tacky. I mean, like neon signs can you put up in one place, or they're actually LEDs. And it's like it's all this stuff that says fine cigars. I'm sure that's where I'm going to go to get my fine cigars.
Oh yeah,
let's go to the Tobacco Castle. Pick up some great vape and a couple nice Cubans.
Walk in, somebody's got a robe and a crown on like a king, probably just gimmicky.
Yeah, right. It's the worst. But this place is stay just slammed because
they do
at Christians on Fifth Street, and I'm amazed. It runs the gamut. You got the kid with the loud Honda Civic getting his vape pods, and you got some dude who pulls up in a nice car. Yeah. I guess somebody said they do get their cigars from there, so I shouldn't be slamming it. But
then you got the soccer moms pulling up in the minivan.
That's right. Yeah, they got a vape too.
They're hitting everybody.
Yeah, she's got long sleeves on, but it's just a full sleeve of tats on under that. Hey, that's right. Sometimes you got to straighten your life out a little bit, but you got to hold on to some of it.
Right.
So staying away from commercial. Yeah, Sydney's like, bring it back. I'm getting. When I get that simple,
let's hop back into politics here.
Yeah. That's a yeah. Sarah's not here. Yeah,
she's like, I can't miss another one of these.
Yeah.
She's like, we can't use any of this stuff.
We'll have the Tobacco Castle guy on next week. We'll give him a chance to rebut all this.
He just revoked his membership.
That's right. All right, so commercial roofs. So you're very proud of Tobacco Castle roof. I get that. That's great. But now you guys are kind of entered into the world of solar.
Yeah,
we're starting to kind of nibble at that.
Yeah.
What's that looking like?
It's looking very interesting. The state, as you know, is they don't make it very easy for guys to get into that. You can get into any kind of business. You got $50. I think you can open a business doing anything except for construction, and solar is 10 times that. It's just
right.
The requirements to get in are kind of crazy, but it's a great product and a great service to be able to offer somebody, and who doesn't like solar, going green and stop using so much nuclear power and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's a great thing. And, we've got the 30% federal tax credit now for the next, I guess, 9 more years after this year, locked in. So, I mean, it's very beneficial to homeowners to do. And with the roof, you can get the credit on the roof. If you got to take trees down, you can get credit on that. Yeah. Anything you need to do solar, from what I've been told, is you get the,
if you got the right accountant attorney, you can make it work. That's kind of what we're hearing is from folks. And
you do just about anything with the right accountant.
I think maybe one of your first big jobs, if we get this thing kind of all lined up, is the second pillar and perch house maybe out there. So
looking like it.
That'll be pretty awesome if we can have that sort of be the big show house. Maybe we can work out a deal with some of the solar companies to do something with that, because now, we have always seen these big solar panels, but I guess now solar shingles are the next big thing.
There's the next big thing that's coming. It's going to be a game changer, I guess, from what I'm told.
Yeah, I mean, they look great. They're getting the efficiency down.
Yeah.
I mean, the price is
pay for it.
Oh, you're going to pay for that aesthetic if you want the solar shingle, but it looks good. I like the panels. I don't see the big thing about panels. Yeah. It's
I get it kind of. I understand them in the most part. If you have just a really picturesque house on the front, and that front is facing south, you don't want these big clunky panels up there. I understand that, but if you've got the option to put on the back panels on the back of your house, or you don't have a beautiful house like they're building up there on the top of the mountain.
Right.
I'm really excited to see those 2 projects finish. I almost wish we could just fast forward and go ahead and see the final product.
It's going to be pretty cool. And so the with the solar job, I mean, have you gotten far enough into the process? I mean, how do you deal with crews? You have to find new crews for that. I think we can probably we're going to train you guys up. I mean, how does that transition happen?
One of the crew that we have they're like our jack of all trades crew. They help us out with big gutter jobs. They'll come in and help us with those. They can do some smaller flat roofing stuff. They help us out with. They can really do anything.
Yeah.
So that's going to be the crew that we train. They've got a foreman and then 3 guys that help out, and then we'll send out some of our production guys. But in the process of trying to get them trained up. And
I know that, as when ABC started looking at solar and to venture into this space and this industry, it just made sense that roofers should be the guys doing the solar jobs, because one of the number one complaints about solar was these guys screwed my roof up.
Right.
Those dudes are up there just drilling holes, trying to find the studs to put it in, and they fill in with a little bit of caulking that is worthless after 18 months in the sun.
Absolutely.
And so I know there's some big solar companies locally that have gone under because millions of dollars of claims because they just put it on wrong. And so, we're talking about the state. I think that ABC, we thought it was going to be July the 1st, but now we've been given assurances that, I shouldn't say that, I'm giving assurances, that the AES thing, the biggest barrier to entry for the roofers is going away. We just sat down with Deepore and some folks. So, but yeah, it just makes sense that you guys
Absolutely.
should be, who knows a roof better than the roofer?
Right.
And who should be putting this stuff on there?
Well, and you should never be putting solar panels on an older roof. Anything that's, there are times where we'll replace a roof that already has solar panels, and they've got to get the solar company to come back out and take them off, store them, we'll replace the roof, then they come back and reinstall them. They're being charged $7 or $8 grand just to take them down, store them, and put them back up, just for that portion. So I think you're much better off doing the roof with solar panels. If you're doing solar and your roof is more than 10 years old, I think it makes sense to have a roofing company just do all in one.
What's the life of a roof? Varies, right? But give me an idea.
It does.
If I'm buying a house and the roof is 20 years old,
if you're buying a house, and especially if it's the first roof that the builder put on, and we bid for roofs for builders,
right?
And Builder and Purchase is not them. They actually hire roofers to do the roof. But there are other ones that, they'll hire us just to do the metal portion of it. And then we see the shingle portion that was done by the plumber or whoever had a couple extra guys. And it just, we're out there fixing leaks, a month after the roof is put on. So if you're buying a house really 20 years, if the roof is 20 years old, I'd start preparing to replace it.
Yeah.
Nowadays, they're getting a little bit better lifespan. I expect 25, maybe 30. My favorite thing in the roofing industry is these guys that go around saying it's a 50-year shingle.
Right.
Like, okay.
Sure it is.
Yeah.
You see that works.
It's going to be dust in 50 years.
So I've been given the high sign by Sid. We got to wrap it up. I always am amazed, though, selling this stuff, some of the requests for colors that people have for roof. What's the craziest request for color?
Well, we don't do a lot of Biscayne blue roof. That Biscayne blue is just a blue shingle.
But that's a hot one around the water.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
A lot of the people up in West Virginia are doing them too. Everywhere you drive around is a blue roof. I'm not sure.
That Mountaineer. It's the colors, man.
No clue.
Blue and gold.
On.
Yeah.
The blue is, the hunter green is not as common, but Biscayne blue I think is the one that's out there.
I've seen this crazy new combo of black houses. Have you seen that?
Mm-hmm.
And a red roof.
Yeah.
That's something that's kind of a thing, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. All right. People got some, and whatever you like.
Yeah,
to each his own. To
time
each his
and
own.
money, we can do anything.
That's right.
So you'll be out there next Wednesday?
Absolutely.
People can stop by and see if they need a new roof. Is there a website, Facebook? How can they find Apex Roofing?
Apex Roofing, VA, as in Virginia.com.
Okay.
But we're on Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff.
I'm going to go on record in saying that if I was going to get a roof today, it would be Apex Roofing. And I deal with everyone. I'm sorry if I've upset some folks. I'm not supposed to do that. Sorry, corporate. But I think these guys, are probably the best that's out there.
Well, thank you. We try.
Yeah. So give Andrew and the guys a call. He's got a new sales guy. He's ready to help you out too.
Been a good growth year this year.
Yeah. So doesn't look like the roofing industry or the solar is slowing down. So
you got to have it.
Absolutely. Got to do it. So we'll see everybody Wednesday, June the 14th, Pigeon Top. I don't know the actual address, but it's on LinkedIn. Come on out, take a look at the house, walk around, crazy views, gorgeous. The roof is at least like 100. I think the run of the house is 140 feet.
It's massive.
Ridiculous for a house. And then we're going out to Blue Mountain afterwards. So be there or be square. That's it. We'll see you for episode 20. That's 20 for the folks that are out there. That's it. Cut them off.